There's 8 themes in my book. I talked about get lost. You know, we just throw away the BlackBerry, get away. Aim for the heart's one of my favorites. That's where you actually go and do something for somebody else. Breaking new ground, which is something you might do in business. Shedding your inhibitions. Well, obviously, you saw that at the nudist resort. There's all kinds of themes. But after thousands of lists that I've looked at from people who have sent me their lists, the one common theme that keeps coming up again and again and again and again, it's there more than any other. It's like 50% of what is made up of on people's lists. People wanting to face their fear. Now, isn't that interesting? People who have a fear of public speaking, who have a fear of sharks, who have a fear of starting a new business, whatever that fear is, that's the #1 thing that I see on everybody's list.
I want you to think about these things because I want you to think about how you can apply them to your work. A lot of people talk about their passion separately from their work. I don't really understand it. Now, if that's how you want to live your life, that's your choice. But I have found that if you can live your list, work your list, if you can get paid to do the things that are on your list, that has surely got to be the ultimate life. Don't separate. Don't be like, I'm working so I can go do the things I really want to do. Don't you want to wake up on Monday morning and actually go to the thing that you would pay to do anyway? I mean, isn't that the ultimate? If you're really passionate about your business, you really believe in what you're doing, then obviously you have to pay bills, but if you know that you would want to be there regardless of whether you were being paid, forget the fact you've got to pay bills, but just know that this is where I want to be right now, then you know you're doing the right thing. And that's ultimately where I want you to start to think about going. If you're thinking about a new business and you know that that would really make you happy, because ultimately that's where you want to be, then do it. How many people here express themselves on a regular basis, whether it's painting or that woman who is dancing or like, nice. See, I know for a fact there's a lot of now people in this room. I've already met a lot of you. That's very cool. It's great to express yourself. Now you might say, well, what has expressing yourself got to do with what I want to do in life, you know, getting into business or whatever? You know what? Again, I really believe in just like letting that mind go. You don't know where that's going to take you, but express yourself. You know, let it out. It doesn't matter what it is. I met a guy who's into aerial art. He got a bunch of Vietnam vets to lie down on the ground and in the shape of the Iwo Jima, famous Iwo Jima photograph, and he shot it from the air. That's his way of expressing himself. He wanted to make a statement that way. But get in touch with that, because there is something in all of you, there is a talent in all of you that nobody else has. How much potential talent is sitting in this room that is just waiting to get out, that you just haven't let get out because you're playing it too straight, you're being too stiff. I meet so many talented people, people a lot more talented than me, who are just way too scared to get out there and do new things. They're scared of that part. They've got loads more than talent than I have, but they just don't want to take that step and, you know, go out and take a chance. Now, we have a rule in my house. It's sort of it's wrapped around the whole now philosophy. The word can't. It is struck from our house. Nobody in our house is allowed to say can't. My daughter is 11, and occasionally I have to pull her up because she'll say, "Dad, I can't do that," or I don't know how to do that. I can't do it. I go, "You're not allowed to say can't. You can say you find something challenging. You can say you find something difficult, but do not use the word can't, because you will start to reinforce a mindset that you just don't want." And especially with kids who are like sponges, who soak up everything. What you do, the actions that you take, the words that you use, they pick up on that. And if they hear you using words like can't and, you know, believe me, they're hearing this stuff. They hear a conversation between you and you're talking about moving to a new city, taking a new job. "Oh, I can't because we're going to be leaving Uncle Bob and, you know, and we can't do this now and it can't." If they grow up hearing that, trust me, that's going to affect how they live the rest of their lives. You need to instill the right language. Let them see you struggle with things. Let them see you try to overcome obstacles, because those are great examples of how to overcome things in life that they're going to face, that we're all going to face. But just try to get rid of that word can't. One of the things that we use for brainstorming television is we get rid of the word no. So, you got a bunch of people sitting around trying to brainstorm an idea for a show, and somebody says, I got a great idea. What we're going to do is it's going to be a reality show, and we're going to start out in Cancun, and then somebody goes, no. What? Well, I'm just saying, because Cancun, because, it would be fun. We could start at Cancun with the... No, that's not, no. What? This is a brainstorming session here. Hold on. Like an emphatic no? Who are you to say no? So we just say, you're not allowed to say no. Now, you can say, interesting idea with that whole Cancun thing. I just wonder, going with your idea of the whole Cancun thing and the beach, what about if we went to Hawaii, because then we'll be closer to the first leg for the show where we have to go to Australia. We still get the beaches, we still get, now you're taking the person's idea and you're using it to go forward. So nothing ever goes backwards. So if you guys are brainstorming in business, try that sometimes. Don't let anybody put a wall of no up in front of an idea. It's